But clearly with this collective, you're not okay. I have to give you credit. You're a fighter. You're a tough cookie. I think you are standing like this exactly. There is something. Maybe with this third party, and again, guys, this is a detailed reading, so please go to the very beginning, but maybe with this third party, maybe they went to somebody actually who is kind of opposite of you. They don't even look like you at all. That's a side note for some of you, and I'm hearing your appearance changed. Because I'm staring at this girl. It gives me like alternative, like evanescence vibes over here, and I feel like maybe that's a sign for this collective, maybe because of this person and because you're coming out of this grieving stage. Maybe you went from, like, I'm using this for example, like blonde hair, now your hair is black, or you went from like flower child to straight up like you look like the queen of the underworld. Like, I'm talking this collective, your physical appearance could have drastically changed, but you look fantastic. It fits you. And maybe with that still standing, it's also like this person kind of has triggered you to step into your authentic self. There is something about you. There is a darker energy towards you. But again, it's more with physical appearance. I'm hearing your hair change, your clothes. If, you could be wearing like black eyeliner, like black lipstick, or, I'm hearing dark feminine. There's a lot. There's a huge transition. It's like that trend here on TikTok that says, I was once the sun, but now I am the moon. That's kind of what I'm getting out. This collective, your person could work in the police force. That is another thing I'm kind of hearing. But I'm going to be honest again with this whole read. It's two people that want control of the situation. And in the nicest way, I think this collective, you're letting your ego take over as far as this third party. Although I'm still kind of hiccuped if this third party is still around. But regardless, you haven't let it go. Let me do another one for that. Okay, I got fake apologies. Apologizing to keep the peace. No remorse or guilt. Actions have not changed. Same old attitude right there. Ooh. I think this person could have been, maybe came in and out of your life. I think you've hit this point, obviously, now that you're done. You are over this person. Maybe this person maybe they did use you. And as bad as it sounds with that, it takes two. I just uploaded a reading yesterday in the nicest way. You cannot be angry and bitch and moan about what somebody's putting you through if you keep allowing it. But again, I think with this collective, you're very kind of aware of it now. But I'm hearing it took like 3 to 5 times for you to finally get the hint that this person wasn't changing. This person wasn't remorseful for the things they've done. And I think that's what you're angry about. It's kind of that what you did to me, I would never do to you. And that's what's really bothering you. But again, like I said, part 1, deep down, that little iceberg Scorpio moon within you, for some of you, that's significant. You don't want to let this go. I think you, if anything, you're more obsessed over this situation than you are actually piecing out on it. Okay. But now let me break this bad boy down. I want to see more about this collective. How do you specifically feel about this person? Okay. So, and this will kind of help me determine if third parties are still involved. I think for some of you, it could, like I said, I will obviously confirm it, but I think it's one of those, for some of you, it could be, but for some, maybe not so much. Oh, good grief, I'm getting my cards all mixed up. But like I said, regardless, third party or not, I think even if the third party wasn't in the way, you're still holding some form of emotion towards them. But now let me see. How does this collective feel towards their person? How does this collective feel towards this person? Manifestation. And then 2 hearts. I'm telling you, what happened on the first part of this, all see an eye, truth, clarity, and perspective. Shut up. Sacred cycles, let go the old, and jealous one, scared of losing you. Deep down in that little soul that you have, don't make this fit. Again, you are coming off, and it shows right here. I'm not jealous. I'm not this. I don't care about them. I moved on. F this. No, deep down, the feeling is equal effort, manifestation. I don't think you're all, like I said, it's not full blown all the way. Oh my gosh, I want them back in my life. I want to get back together with them, but you still love this person. And I'm going to be honest, I think it's this collective. I think that is something you reflect back what we saw with that jealous one right there. And again, I'm not here to trigger you. I'm here to read the energy. Maybe this collective, again, with that takes two to tango, maybe, you did come off the jealous one. Maybe you, without meaning to, you were very possessive, this collective in your own right towards this person. And again, I'm not excusing what your person did was right, but maybe that is another thing that maybe you're holding some form of resentment, is maybe this person wasn't honest with you about how they felt towards you and instead made like gimmicky excuses. And that's why I said in part one that this person could have pulled the, oh, well, I need a break or I need to work on myself. And then they got with somebody a week or two later. It's like, I think this collective, you're more doing the, well, if they had a problem, why couldn't they just talk to me? But yeah, 2 hearts, please. And then a loyal companion, unconditional love, and then protection, loyal and devoted. I got Dorothy, the Wizard of Oz. That's very significant. Toto. But what's interesting, it's like these are like 2 babies. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, your appearance could have drastically changed. Like I felt like when you met this person, you were truly innocent. You were just a baby. Maybe you did, maybe I am talking to a collective. You are very young. But even then, I felt like that, again, it's like, I'm just seeing childlike innocence when you are around this person. Again, this is your energy. Don't make it fit. Key to closed doors, unlocking mystery, access to new experiences. What was closed before now is open. There's that negative emotions right there. Anger and resentment, frustration, feeling wronged right there. Let me actually do that key to closed doors. What is that about? All seeing eye, there's that truth that we saw earlier, clarity and perspective right there. That, and again, we saw that anger, and that's kind of what I'm saying you're kind of angered about, is like they close the door on you, but then it's open towards something else, and you're very like middle fingers up towards this. Loyal companion. And then secret admirer, unaware of admirer's feelings, fear of rejection, someone secretly watching you. And I think that is something this collective you're not maybe very wary about, is maybe you really do think that this person wants like kind of nothing to do with you or of some form of fashion. I'm going to be honest, I don't think this was a connection that was like a love at first sight type of ordeal. I think I'm kind of seeing friendship. Maybe you guys started off as friends and it built up to something more. I'm just hearing it took a minute for emotions to evolve. You could have met this person at work, so maybe... and maybe you were, when you met this person, you both were in a position where you didn't really have time immediately to get to know each other. It's like maybe you would always see each other in passing, or wasn't, aware at least of who you guys were of each other. I brought up work for a reason, but what's this 2 hearts? Mystical shaman right here, born healer, shamanic lineage, and awakening your vision to magic. So I think this, when you reflect on this person pushed you into your spirituality. You could be into shamanism, but I'm also hearing you could be into tarot. You could be a little witchy person yourself. Do not make that fit. I am seeing, I don't know why, every time I look at this picture, I always think of Kali Ma. She could be very significant to you, but regardless, she definitely has pushed you into your spirituality. I think that you do think of yourself as a very empathic person. I think that you looked at yourself as very loyal towards your person. You thought you had your Toto. Dorothy and Toto right here. Like I said, the Wizard of Oz could be very significant to you. And I'm hearing like the third party. You could have looked at the third party as the Wicked Witch. The Wicked Witch is trying to steal Toto, in the movie. Maybe that's kind of a scenario how you see it in your mind. Maybe, unfortunately, whoever this third party was, it really had something against you. Not that that was your fault, but really, really thought you did something, or this third party looked at you as competition, and I think you looked at your person as Toto. You guys were attached at the hip with each other. Manifestation. Bottled up, holding back. I cannot make this up. Are you kidding me?